Hello, everybody. So, I just want to wish everybody a very happy new year. I know I'm making this a bit early, but I just wanted to do it early just to air my thoughts on a few things and talk a bit about next year and etc. etc. So, first of all, we're nearly upon 2024. Imagine that the year is gone by like a shot. The time just flies. But it's incredible that we're going into 2024 now already. That we're nearly there again, another year. What's another year, as to say. But it's a time to look forward to. Yeah, I know a lot of people are suffering. There's a lot of people in our country and our county that are suffering at the moment who have pain in their heart and in their soul. We need to find hope. We need to look forward to the future, even though we don't know what can happen tomorrow. We simply do not know. It's a mystery. Life is a mystery. But it's important to appreciate the time where we're here at the moment, that we're alive at the moment, that we have food, etc., etc. As I say, we should be grateful for what we have. First of all, we should always acknowledge that every New Year's. We should always acknowledge that there's always somebody else, and it's one person said to me, "What I'll never forget this." There's always somebody else worse off in the world than you. You take in Africa, there's children there that are starving, that don't have food. We're blessed, even though many people don't have much in this country. They just survive. They just literally survive day by day. They just barely make it every day. There's people in the world that don't have them, and we should be grateful, first of all, that we should be grateful that we're alive, that we're able to speak, that we're able to talk. It's the small things in life too we should take appreciation of, and it doesn't be acknowledged enough in the world, and I don't think people appreciate it as much. Now, I know, again, there's been huge instability in the country in terms of what the government are doing at the moment, and we should be hopeful that maybe, please God, that the government will see sense, but not likely to ever see sense. But we should always be hopeful. We should always have hope that things will change. Things do change. Things happen. Things change. Things, people see sense sometimes. But I don't know. Again, the government is somebody that they can't really see sense. Well, they don't want to see sense. Let's put it that way. They're just ignoring the facts. Let's put it that way. But again, it's always good to be hopeful and to be optimistic about these things, and not to be you feel downtrodden or defeatist. It's important to be always take the high note, basically. Uh, so I just wanted to address them things first, and obviously too, I just want to address first of all the young people of Cavan particularly. It's been a tough year for young people, particularly in Cavan. We've lost a lot of particularly a lot of young men to mental health issues, and it's been tough. It's hard to see. I went through so much with my mental health. I talked about it many, many times. And I understand, I understand young people, and I understand the mental health struggles in terms of many things. I will be bullying and different things. I experience it. I know the suffering, I know the pain, and I know the hardship. And we have to make sure that we say to people, if we're not feeling okay, and this is to everybody, not even just people in Cavan, but if we're not feeling okay, it's okay not to feel okay. That's just the beginning and end of it. That I know it feels stupid. I've experienced it many times, that you don't want to say. Nobody wants to say that, I'm not okay, I'm not feeling the best, I'm not myself. Nobody ever wants to say that. It's the hardest thing to say, but once you say it, and I said it many, many times, once you say it, it feels like a weight has been lifted off your soul, off your heart. And it's important to talk to your friends and family. They're there to help. Everybody has to help each other. Only for that, people wouldn't be able to go through the day-to-day life. It's important to work together. That's what I'm trying to say. People have to work together. We have to work together to make a better future, to make a better tomorrow, to make our lives better, not even to make the world better or to make our communities better, to work together to make ourselves better, in both enriching ourselves and helping each other out. It's important to remember that, and it's important to remember that, people are different. People sometimes, a lot of people are open and talk a lot. Some people are conservative and don't say too much, etc., etc. But it's always important to remember that everybody is human at the end of the day, and that we need to make sure everybody is in the best mental health state of mind. And it's important to take of each other, take the first of all, take about each other, and to remember that, you know, that life is tough. It is a tough. Everything in life is very tough, but together we can get through it, and it's important to remember that. And I do say to people, there's people there There's so sad in Cavan, particularly for people in Cavan. They're so sad. They're great people. I've worked with them before. I'm not going to hide it that I worked with them. They're great people. I was in dark places many times, and only for so sad in Cavan. Great Celts and so do voluntary. They do it voluntary just to say great people. Listen to them. Or even if you want to contact me at any stage. I have no problem listening. I do my best for you. Because again, I know how it feels. I know the suffering. I know the pain. And there's a lot of pain in our community at the moment, in the wider Cavan community, and it's important that we help our young people as much as we can, and think about them as much as we can, and pray for them, of course, that they can come through it, except with the rest, with the suffering that has happened at the moment in our county. So just wanted to acknowledge that. Second of all, next of all, I suppose, not second of all, but I just want to acknowledge the support I've gotten the channel. It's been very good. As you know, YouTube has not been too pleased with me the last few weeks. Whatever I said annoyed somebody somewhere on YouTube, or either a politician or whoever, an NGO maybe. So I just want to acknowledge that people have been great support in terms of many different things. So thank you so much for that. As I say, it isn't an easy line of walk. It does take effect. You don't live at the doorstep. It's something that you go to sleep at night with some of the things you hear and you experience and stuff like that, particularly when you're a political activist or you were going for a council seat, etc. There's a lot. It doesn't leave you at night, basically. It takes a toll on you. It does take a toll, but it's important to remember that you're here to serve. You're not here to self-serve, I suppose. You're here to serve the public. You're not here to serve yourself. So yeah, I just want to acknowledge that too. So it's, as I say, we always have to be optimistic for the next year coming. And obviously in 2024, I said a bit about it, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet. But it's going to be an interesting week in January or July next year coming. This in a few months, less than probably 6 months or so. It's going to be an interesting week. There'll be a good few live streams and stuff. We have a few things planned. So it's going to be good stuff. Hopefully all going well. Hopefully nothing fucks up, and because that's the time something to fuck up and make it. Excuse my language, but that'll be the time something to go like that. Most unparliamentary language, but it is important that that's the way I say it, because it hopefully all going well. We have it all planned out. Hopefully it would work. Hopefully things go the way we want it to go, but never know. That's the thing. But yeah, just say to people, enjoy the new year, enjoy New Year's night, and celebrate it. Celebrate, of course. Spend time with the family, of course, tonight, this evening, or tonight, or tomorrow. It's important that we spend time together. We spend too much time on social media, in our jobs and stuff like that. We don't spend enough time with our families, with the people who hold dearest and dearest. Our family, our friends, etc. It's important to spend time with them and to talk to them, of course. That's what humans are. Only for work we could talk, and etc. We wouldn't be able to live our day-to-day life. So it's important to spend time together, because we simply do not know. As I say, life is the biggest mystery of all. We simply do not know what can happen tomorrow. So it's important to live life to the fullest. Thank you, and Happy New Year.